Hey there, and welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're tackling something huge that affects pretty much everyone. Confidence. Specifically how it shapes both your personal life and, your career.
Absolutely. It's fundamental.
Yeah, and we've got some really interesting stuff here looking at these common habits, things people do, often without even realizing it, that just chip away at self-esteem.
Sneaky habits, really.
Totally. So our mission today is, first, spot these habits, right? But then also get some practical ways you can actually, push back against them.
Actionable steps. That's the goal.
Exactly. And some of these might surprise you, like really small things that can have a big impact on how you feel about yourself.
Definitely. Confidence isn't just a nice to have. It's foundational for your well-being, for reaching goals. Without it, you can get stuck.
Stuck how?
Well, in a cycle of doubt, maybe insecurity, where you just, don't act, or you keep thinking negatively. And these habits we're talking about, they kind of feed that cycle. They weave themselves into daily life so subtly sometimes, but seeing them, understanding them, that's the absolutely crucial first step to breaking free.
Okay.
And this deep dive, it's actually drawing from a really useful source that lays out 10 bad habits that could destroy confidence. We're focusing on 8 key ones today, and it gives us some solid ways to fight back.
Awesome. Let's jump in then. First one up, and it feels like maybe the biggest culprit sometimes. Negative self-talk.
Oh, definitely. The inner critic.
Yeah, that voice inside. It's wild how much our internal chat, shapes how we see ourselves. The source mentioned things like, I'm not good enough, or I always mess this up.
Classic examples.
They feel like more than just thoughts, don't they? Like little attacks on your own confidence happening constantly. But if you've heard that voice for years, how do you even start to turn it down? It feels so automatic.
It really does. And you're right. It's this constant negative stream that reinforces feeling inadequate. It drains motivation, amps up anxiety.
So what's the fix? Just think positive.
Well, it's a bit more active than that. It's about challenging that critic. When that I'm not good enough thought pops up, you got to ask, hang on, is that really true? What can I do? Maybe a small thing.
Okay, questioning it.
Exactly. And then reframing. So instead of, I can't do this, maybe shift to something like, okay, I am capable and I'm going to give it my best shot. It starts to rewire things.
Rewire the brain almost.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And things like practicing gratitude, just noticing the good stuff or focusing on what you're good at, those are powerful too. The words you use, especially to yourself, they really, really matter.
That makes sense. It creates this upward or downward spiral. Okay, so if the inner critic is one thing, what about when we look outward? That takes us to habit number 2. Comparing yourself to others.
The comparison trap. So easy to fall into.
Especially now, right? With social media everywhere, it's like a constant stream of everyone else's highlights. You scroll through, see these, perfect photos, amazing achievements, and bam, you feel rubbish.
Totally. It's amplified massively. And it's a killer for confidence because it ignores something fundamental.
Yes.
Everyone's on their own unique path. Everyone's got struggles, setbacks, things you just don't see online. Social media is often just the highlight reel, sometimes, not even the full picture of the good stuff.
Right. It's curated.
Exactly. It's often an illusion. Understanding that can be freeing. The real shift is to stop using other people as your measuring stick. Focus on your growth, your progress.
Easier said than done sometimes, though.
Oh, for sure. But practical things help, like celebrate your own wins, even the small ones. Set goals based on what you value, not what you think looks impressive to others. That builds a healthier self-worth, one that's actually yours.
Okay, focus inward on your own journey. Got it. Now, if comparison makes us feel bad, the third habit can actually stop us in our tracks. That's the fear of failure.
Yeah, this one's paralyzing for a lot of people.
It stops you taking risks, going for goals. It feels like this deep belief that if you fail, well, that's it. You are a failure. How do we get past that?
Well, it often ties into mindset. Carol Dweck talks about a fixed mindset, where you think your talents are just fixed. So failure feels like proof you're not good enough.
Right.
But the flip side is a growth mindset, believing you can develop abilities through effort. Then challenges, even failures, become learning opportunities, not endpoints.
Like data points almost.
Exactly. Think about Thomas Edison. How many tries for the light bulb? Thousands. Or J.K. Rowling rejected loads of times before Harry Potter took off.
Wow, yeah. Good examples.
Their stories show failure isn't fatal. It's often just part of the process. Embracing that, learning from it, that's what builds resilience and, ironically, confidence.
Okay, so reframing failure as learning, that connects to the next one. Number 4, procrastination. We know we should do something, but we just don't.
Procrastination, the old friend.
Right. But it's not really a friend. It promises relief, but usually just delivers guilt and stress later.
Yeah.
It undermines confidence because tasks pile up, you feel overwhelmed, inadequate.
And you get stuck in that avoidance loop. It really eats away at your belief in your ability to get things done.
So how do you break that loop?
Well, the material suggests practical strategies, like prioritize what needs doing. Then, the big one, break tasks down into really small, manageable steps.
Bite-sized chunks.
Precisely. And techniques like the Pomodoro can help work intensely for, say, 25 minutes. Then take a short break. It helps with focus, stops you feeling overwhelmed.
I've heard of that. Does it work?
For many people, yeah. It leverages how our brains work best in bursts. And crucially, celebrate finishing those small steps. Tick them off. That builds momentum, gives you back that sense of control over your time, and boosts your self-esteem.
Okay, small steps, celebrate wins. Got it. Habit number 5 touches on our social side, seeking approval from others.
Oh, this is a big energy drain for so many.
Yeah, constantly needing that external validation. It ties your self-worth directly to what other people think, so you're vulnerable to criticism, rejection, always trying to please everyone. It sounds exhausting.
It absolutely is. Think about how much mental energy goes into guessing what others want, trying to meet those expectations.
So what's the alternative?
The advice is really to shift focus inward, towards self-acceptance, intrinsic motivation. Your value doesn't come from others' opinions. It comes from you.
Okay, but how, practically?
Concrete things.
Yeah.
Set goals aligned with your values, not what you think others will approve of. Celebrate your achievements. Practice that positive self-talk we mentioned earlier. And really importantly, surround yourself with genuinely supportive people. People who lift you up, not people you feel you have to constantly impress.
Right, your tribe. That makes sense. And if you're worried about approval or failure, it's easy to fall into habit 6, avoiding challenges.
Staying in the comfort zone.
Yeah, just shying away from anything difficult. But that limits your growth, doesn't it? You miss out on chances to learn, to get better, to expand what you're capable of.
Absolutely. And if we connect it back, facing challenges is actually one of the most direct ways to build confidence. It's where resilience comes from.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Think of someone terrified of public speaking. They take on a small presentation. It's uncomfortable, maybe scary. But by doing it, pushing through that discomfort, they not only overcome the immediate fear, but gain confidence, learn new skills.
They prove to themselves they can do it.
Exactly. The source really stresses embracing that discomfort. It's necessary for growth. Pushing your boundaries helps you find out what you're really capable of. Every challenge becomes a learning opportunity, not something to dread.
Okay, embrace the discomfort. Now, habit 7 can actually seem like a good thing, but it's described as a double-edged sword. Perfectionism.
Ah, yes, the pursuit of the impossible.
Right. Setting these crazy high standards for yourself, anything less than perfect feels like a total failure. It leads to this crippling fear of making mistakes, so you might avoid starting things or finishing them.
It often feels less like striving for excellence and more like trying to avoid any possible criticism or judgment. It's a form of self-protection that backfires.
Backfires.
Because it stops you from putting things out there, from learning through trial and error. The advice: embrace imperfection. Recognize mistakes are normal. They're part of learning.
Easier said than done for a perfectionist, I imagine.
Definitely. But the shift is celebrating progress, not just the flawless final product. Allow yourself to be imperfect. Paradoxically, that can actually boost your confidence and lead to more fulfillment because you're actually doing things instead of being frozen by fear.
Okay, progress over perfection. Makes sense. Last one, habit number 8, surrounding yourself with negativity.
This one's about your environment, the people around you.
And it can have such a huge impact, right? Negative people, friends, family, coworkers, they can just drain your energy, reinforce all those self-doubts we talked about. It's like they undo any positive work you're trying to do.
It's incredibly important to cultivate a supportive environment. If you realize some relationships are consistently dragging you down, being toxic, the advice is pretty direct. Consider distancing yourself.
That can be tough.
It can be very tough, but necessary sometimes. And actively seek out positive people, uplifting communities, places or groups where you feel inspired, motivated. Being around people who believe in you, who celebrate your successes, that's a massive boost for self-esteem. It builds a foundation.
Wow. Okay. So that's our 8 habits. Let's quickly recap. Negative self-talk, comparing yourself to others, fear of failure, procrastination,
Seeking approval from others, avoiding challenges, perfectionism.
and finally, surrounding yourself with negativity. Each one, in its own way, can really be a barrier to, growing and feeling good about yourself.
Absolutely. And the key takeaway, really, from the source material is that overcoming these starts with self-awareness, noticing these patterns in yourself, and then making a real commitment to change.
It's not passive.
Not at all. It requires conscious effort. But by recognizing these habits in your own life, you really can take actionable steps to build a stronger, more confident you. Yeah. It's about breaking those cycles and stepping into your potential.
Right. So as you are a listener, think about all this. Here's something to chew on. A final thought. Given how deep-rooted some of these habits might feel, what's one tiny, maybe almost unnoticeable shift you could make in your daily routine starting tomorrow that signals you're beginning to break one of these cycles? And just imagine, what could the ripple effect of that one small change look like over time?